So this haul will be a back to basics whole food plant-based haul. Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to plantfitmeg. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm an online health and fitness coach, and I like to share on this channel about everything I have learned over the last 10 years being vegan and eating a predominantly whole food plant-based diet and getting into fitness and losing weight and improving my health, and also what my clients have learned and what has worked well for them over the years as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and it really does help me out. In today's video, we're diving into yet again another vegan haul, and this time it is all whole food plant-based. So when I'm talking about whole food plant-based foods, what I'm talking about, if you're unfamiliar with the term, is whole foods that are also plants. So I'm focusing on vegetables, fruit, whole grains, legumes, soy products, which some people might not consider whole food plant-based. I do, but choose your own adventure, along with nuts, seeds, and spices. I also like to share lots of meal ideas, recipes, little tips and tricks and hacks that work well for me in the kitchen, so stay tuned for that as well. So thanks for clicking on today's video. Let's jump right in. Starting off strong today with potatoes. If you've been on the channel before, you've heard me gush about how much I absolutely adore potatoes. I love that they're so versatile and they're so filling and satisfying, and I can prepare them in so many different ways and they're always delicious. So gotta have potatoes. Let me know in the comments what your favorite way to enjoy potatoes is. It would be really hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think lately I've really been enjoying my hash brown potatoes. I'll leave that recipe linked below and any other recipes and meal ideas that I discuss in this video as well. Next up is brown basmati rice. I absolutely love just throwing rice into the Instant Pot. Well, soaking it first, usually, or at least rinsing it first, and then throwing it in the Instant Pot and just setting it and forgetting it and just letting it cook. It's so easy to do, and rice is definitely a staple in our household. Quinoa, another delicious staple that we like to have on hand, and another item that I love to just soak or rinse first and then put in the Instant Pot. And again, just set it, forget it, and it's good to go. And quinoa cooks up even faster than the rice does, so that's a big bonus if I'm shorter on time. And it's also a little bit higher in protein if that's something that matters to you. Sometimes I'll even cook up both, so I'll have a little batch of rice and a batch of quinoa, and I'll mix it together so that we have the enjoyment of both and the nutrition of both. So that's a nice way to mix and match and switch it up a little bit as well. Next up is tofu. Tofu shows up in many of my haul videos, and for good reason. It is a wonderful staple. It's high in plant protein. It is delicious. Again, like I mentioned with potatoes, it's so versatile. Tofu really just takes on the flavor of whatever spices, seasonings, flavoring, sauce you use with it. So I love that it's a really blank canvas to just make your own. I'm back. Sorry if there was a weird cut there. My partner Marsh and our kiddo just walked in the door, so we chatted for a few minutes, and yeah, now I'm carrying on with the haul. So I was talking about tofu and how much I enjoy it and how versatile it is. It takes on the flavor of your favorite spices, seasoning blends, and sauces. So it's a great staple to have on hand, and it's really quick to just cook up, throw in the air fryer or throw in the oven, and you're good to go. I think this is going to be destined for a tofu scramble, or maybe my basic tofu recipe, which is just tofu, cornstarch, nooch. That's it, and then it's sort of blank canvas, a little bit crispy, and we can add whatever sauces we want throughout the week and kind of switch it up and keep it versatile that way. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over for the most part, but my family prefers to mix it up, so it's nice to have things that are just a bit more on the basic side of things, just so that we can jazz them up in our own way throughout the week. One person can have barbecue sauce, one person can have peanut sauce. We can mix it up throughout the week and jazz it up how we prefer. Next up, we grabbed some frozen fruit. We were running really low on our frozen fruit. I think we actually don't have any left. I'll show you a photo of the inside of my freezer right now. It is a little bit sad and kind of empty. So we grabbed some frozen mango chunks as well as some frozen blueberries. These are both wonderful just to defrost and enjoy as a snack. They're so cold in my hands right now. They're also great for smoothies, nice cream for using in the Ninja Creamy. We like to just keep the Ninja Creamy really, really simple sometimes, and we'll just have frozen fruit that we defrost first and then mix it with soy milk. And good to go. It's really nice. Sometimes we'll have a little protein powder or a little pudding mix or something like that in there, but really simple, really easy to make, and really delicious. We also like to add these to oatmeal and things like that. Having frozen fruit on hand is essential. Next up, I have a bag of carrots. I absolutely love carrots to just snack on, just as they are. Just wash, peel, chop, good to go. Pretty basic, pretty simple. If you prefer, you can of course dip them or chop them up and use them in recipes and things like that, but usually they just end up as snacks and as part of my son's lunch and things like that. So they're a great snacking option, nice and crunchy and delicious. Another great go-to snacking option that I love are apples, and this time around we grabbed the Cortland apples. They're a little bit sour, but really sweet at the same time, and I really enjoy these. To be fair, I enjoy most varieties of apples, but I think these and like Spartans and Macintosh are my favorite. Let me know what your favorites are in the comment section below. Beyond snacking, I absolutely love to chop these up and add them to oatmeal with some cinnamon and some soy milk. Really yummy, really easy to throw together, and super delicious. We grabbed some more spinach for our greenery for the week, and of course great for salads, also awesome for smoothies, for chopping up really finely and just mixing into things, like mixing into soups or chilies or stir fries, or just serving things on a bed of greens to get that greenery in. I have a whole video about how to get your veggies in and another one about how to get your greens in specifically, so I'll link those below as well in case you're interested and would like to check those out. I have a couple of cans of crushed tomatoes here. This is a wonderful base for lots of different recipes, but particularly for our pasta sauce and for my curry recipes. So those are a couple of favorites, and that's probably where these cans of crushed tomatoes are going to go. Let me know how you like to use your crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes or even fresh tomatoes that you purchase and chop. Fun fact, I'm not a huge fan of just raw tomato, unless it's maybe on a burger or something, but we don't tend to buy fresh tomatoes that often. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that and how you like to enjoy tomatoes. Bananas, an essential staple for us. We go through them so fast. We're always repurchasing. Usually we buy 2 bunches at a time, but obviously there were other priorities this week. Bananas are an awesome snack. They're also great to sweeten things up in baking. Just mash it up and add it to your baking. A great topping for oatmeal and a great base frozen for smoothies, nice cream, the Ninja Creamy, things like that. Clementines, a delicious snack that I particularly enjoy this time of year. There's something about having clementines in December and in the winter months that just really appeals to me. I think because we enjoyed them that time of year in my childhood, and so it's sort of nostalgic for me. But anyway, I love clementines. They're really juicy and sweet and delicious. They're just like little rays of sunshine. And I have a couple of packages of blueberries here, fresh blueberries. So we lucked out this week, grabbed some frozen blueberries as well as some fresh ones. So these are great for obviously just snacking on, having in oatmeal, or as a topping for pancakes or waffles or something like that. So I think that's how we'll use these a little bit differently. With the frozen, it's more smoothies and ice cream and things like that, using them for the Ninja Creamy, but these, it's like, okay, enjoy them fresh, enjoy them in their full flavor so you can really enjoy the fresh burst of deliciousness that comes from fresh fruit. And there was one other thing on the list that we couldn't get, unfortunately, and it was our frozen broccoli. Our shop was completely out of our frozen broccoli for some reason, so that's something that I'll have to pick up in the next day or so. Oh, and a special shout out and thanks to Marsh for doing the shopping today. My husband did the grocery shopping after we made our list together, so special thanks to him for purchasing all of our items and so that I could do this haul for you. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Alright, now we can put stuff away. You gonna help? What item are you most excited about?
I'm gonna say the blueberries.
The fresh ones? Good choice.
And then maybe the frozen mango.
Nice. Yeah.